the Los Angeles Angels, who actually play far away from L.A., they were going to change hands. Owner Arte Moreno had put the team for sale. Well, he has decided to pull out of the sale of the Angels. They are off the auctioning block. The deal is done. It is not going to happen. The Angels were said to be in advanced talks to sell the team, but Arte Moreno said, just kidding, ha, 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 and the team not available anymore. Arte has had a change of heart. He cited, quote, unfinished business, which has been the case ever since he bought the team right after they had won the World Series from Disney. 5 months, that's how long this has been percolating. The sale of the Angels, he had planned to unload the team. I had heard from somebody at baseball by opening day. Pitchers and catchers report in a month. So a month before pitchers and catchers report, Arte Moreno said, you know what, I'm not doing it. And he issued a 132-word prepared statement that described his heart remains with the Angels, and he is not ready to dump the team to the highest bidder. Yikes. All right, so let us discuss the question, why? Let's get to the why. Why would Arte Moreno go through the sales process and end up keeping the Angels? So I've got Luca, Christie's, and balkanization, and we will combine all of these things together, and we are going to make an angry Koopaloop, which is what we have right now because he likes the Angels, and he's in a bad mood. All right, so first of all, Arte Moreno has successfully pulled off what I call elite-level trickeration. Brilliant, right? This is what rich guys do. He almost had everyone fooled. I was even fooled. Like, I talked to everyone assumed the position. I talked to people I know that work in baseball. He was masquerading around like this was legitimate, that he was going to unload the team and all that. And from what I had heard, even the people that work, like his right-hand people with the Angels, his secret keepers, they were caught flat-footed, unaware that this was even a possibility, that this was a card on the board to play, unprepared. They all expected the sale by opening day. The framework was in place. They were thinning the herd of offers, getting down to the final round of bidding. And in the end, Arte Moreno pulled off what I call a Luca-style pump fake. That was one of the great pump fakes, right? I mean, everyone fell for it. It's brilliant. It might not be the greatest of all time, but he motioned as if he was about to shoot the ball and sell the team, but then held back, and everyone fell for it. They all jumped out of position. Everything was shifted off balance. And the reason it's brilliant, let me tell you why it's brilliant, because the Angels had another lackluster offseason. They did nothing of note. They signed Tyler Anderson, who was nobody before the Dodgers turned him into somebody. They gave him a lot of money. Who else did they get? Hunter Renfroe, journeyman outfielder, former Brewer and Red Sox, among other Padres. Gio Urshela came over from the Twins. These are the moves they made. Not exactly a box office breaking offseason for the Halos. But Arte Moreno dodged the criticism. People were like, well, we're not going to go full criticism of Arte because he's going to sell the team anyway. So if he's going to sell the team anyway, it's like, well, it's the new owner and they'll get new money. And so everyone fell for the skullduggery of Arte Moreno, and he got a pass. It was brilliant. Yeah, they brought back Phil Nevin, the nobody manager and all that, and it's like, okay. They're still paying Joe Madden. Now, secondly, how does this impact, the big question here is, how does this impact the future of Shohei Ohtani? Showtime in Anaheim. Well, Ohtani is heading to a crossroads. The final year of his contract, he's got 1 year left, $30 million or something like that with the Angels. He will turn 29 in the middle of the baseball season in July. Now, 5 seasons into his career with the Halos, Ohtani's got an MVP, 2 All-Star selections, and 0 playoff appearances. It's hard to make the playoffs when your team does not qualify for the playoffs. Ohtani and the people around him have been on the record. They have said in lockstep, Ohtani's posse has said he wants to play for a winner. He wants to play for a winner. But here's the quagmire for Shohei Ohtani. He really likes living in Southern California with the Angels. He loves it. Like, nobody bothers him. The Angels are like a minor league team. No media cover them. The Angels don't even want media to cover them. I tried to cover them last year. I was denied by the Angels' incompetent PR department. They don't even want media attention. Right? So Ohtani can sit there in this little bubble. Now, he's got the media from his home there, but the local media don't give a crap. Nobody pays attention to the Angels. They don't matter. They don't move the needle. And the Angels have not made the playoffs since 2014. They have not won a postseason game since 2009. They have the longest postseason drought in baseball. Now that the Mariners had made it and the Phillies had won and those teams that had long droughts. Arte Moreno, keeping the Halos under the umbrella, his umbrella, is great news, not for the Angels, but it's great news for the Dodgers, the Yankees, the Mets, the Giants, the Red Sox. Ohtani, if he's willing to leave, and he's very comfortable where he is, but if he's willing to leave, if he's truly being honest to the people around him that he wants to win, then he can go to the ticket booth and he can purchase a one-way ticket on the express train out of Anaheim to anywhere he wants. You got to think the Dodgers are the favorite if they're going to bid for him because he wants to stay in Southern California. But if you want to get the most money, you got to play with the big boys, and that means you got to be willing to go to the Yankees or the Red Sox or the Mets. You got to follow the money. And in the wacky, wacky world of professional sports where the star athlete is like a piece of fine art and it's a one-of-a-kind antique painting, it's like a Da Vinci. And you want to get a guy like Ohtani, you got to contact the auction house, Christie's, and put a bid in on that. Ohtani, you got to assume the position. The Angels are going to make Ohtani an offer, and they'll offer him as much as Arte Moreno can scratch together. And then at that point, the ball's in Ohtani's court, whether he wants to sign the contract by opening day or not. If he doesn't agree to the terms the Angels offer, which will be the best and final offer from Arte Moreno, at that point, we then pivot to where's Ohtani going to be traded to. The trade deadline's in late July, early August, and so does Ohtani get traded before opening day? Does he get traded by the end of April? And the Angels are going to want to trade him because they don't want to get an empty bag, and that'll become the number one story of the baseball regular season. All right, final thought. So in a prepared statement, enemy combatant of this show, Major League Baseball's gutless commissioner, Rob Manfred, who empowered and looked the other way during the greatest cheating scandal in North American sport history, Rob Manfred wrote in a prepared statement, handed out by baseball PR hacks, despite strong buyer interest in the Angels, Arte Moreno's love of the game is most important to him. I am very pleased, the commissioner said, that the Moreno family has decided to continue owning the team.
You led the Dodgers to a World Series victory.
As he put the cocktail down to send that out. So Manfred, he wants the world to know that his sport is healthy, right? That statement was, hey, well, we had a lot of offers. Oh, man, there were some rich dudes, some aristocrats that wanted to buy the team, but he didn't want to sell the team. But it's not because we didn't have offers. That's what that message was all about. Of course he's pleased. Rob Manfred works for Arte Moreno. It's not vice versa. A real commissioner with big, giant balls, big baseballs as commissioner would say, hey, Arte Moreno, you're not doing your job. You're not carrying your job as a commissioner. You're not, or as the owner of the Angels, I should say, you're not getting the job done. That's a bad product. But instead, Rob Manfred is pleased as can be. You know who's also pleased? The cheating Astros, the Mariners, the A's, the Rangers, the Yankees, the Red Sox, the Dodgers, everyone else. It's more salt in the wound. The new Angels owner is the old Angels owner. Instead of getting some rich guy to come in there all enthusiastic and all excited and I'm going to improve this team and all this stuff, some vibrant owner, they are stuck with the status quo. This is a Dana White power slap to the face for the Angel fan. And I got an email from a guy who listens to us in Southern California, listens on AM 570, which happens to be the Dodger station. And he's like, hey, what do you think it's going to take for baseball to intervene and get Arte Moreno out if he's not going to sell the team? So I'd like to address that question. What is it going to take for Major League Baseball to act and get Arte Moreno out. So it's not necessarily going to be baseball. They will react. There are 2 time-tested strategies. I'm about to reveal the secret of secrets on how to force out an owner. Are you ready? Nobody else has this concept. You got Plan A and Plan B. Now, Plan A is what I call the balkanization of the fan base, the Halo fans. Turn the most powerful weapon you can against baseball, and that is your wallet, that is your time, that is don't watch the games on TV, don't talk about them on social media, ignore them. The A word, apathy. It is the most powerful weapon we have as fans, any fan base. If you become disengaged, disinterested, indifferent to the Angels, that will force change. Because even as bad as the Angels have been, they still draw fans. There's still people going to the Big A to watch the Angels. So if you want to get a change, and this goes for any fan base, but the Plan A, the balkanization, you stop watching the games on TV, the ratings go down, advertising dollars go down, you stop paying the ticket prices, you stop going to the games, and it's very hard to do because it's July, the weather's good, you want the bobblehead, you go out there, right? And so it's hard to do that. But if you do it, we saw this work with the Dodgers. That's how the Dodger fans got rid of it. I did it. Yeah, you were part of that, Roberto. We got rid of Frank McCourt, the evil owner, Frank McCourt, the parking lot mogul, because they stopped going to the games. The Dodgers are a very important team.
For 2 years, they didn't go to a game.
In baseball, and I was there the night Frank McCourt was so desperate. One of my favorite memories to my dying breath, I was at Dodger Stadium. Frank McCourt walked through the bleachers, the pavilion at Dodger Stadium, shaking hands with fans, trying to gain public support. And then one by one, he dragged all those media pigs into his office. I had never been in the owner's office of a professional sports team, but there I was at Dodger Stadium. It felt like a movie, and he was pleading his case why he should continue on as the owner. It was that bad, and baseball stepped in. Now, Plan B. What is Plan B? Well, Plan B is really a modern invention of the new world here. It's what used to be called McCarthyism. It's a media smear campaign. So if you've got some kind of smoking gun on Arte Moreno in a racist rant or a sexist scandal, there's photos, compromising photos or video you send to TMZ. If those things pop up, that's it. All right, that's the silver bullet, and that will get you a new owner there. And it's playing gotcha. Essentially, you got to play gotcha, and that's the social media mob. So those are the 2 ways to get rid of an owner. It's either just ignore the team altogether and just say you're numb to it, and when they get a new owner, you'll be back. And if you do that, that'll work. And then if there's some kind of scandal. Other than that, forget about it.